So you see what China is trying to do here? Dilute the cultural and religious identity of Tibetans, force them into submission. The key to doing this would be to control the Dalai Lama, and China is hard at work. It wants to decide who the next Dalai Lama will be. It wants to control the succession plan. To understand why, we must understand the history and the institution of the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, you see, is the spiritual head of Tibet. Until 9 years ago, he was also the political head of Tibet. The institution of the Dalai Lama goes back to the 1400s. This is 6 centuries ago. That's when it started. It stands on the pillar of reincarnation. So Tibetans believe that the Dalai Lama has control over his rebirth. He can choose the body into which he is reincarnated. The previous Dalai Lama died in 1933. It took 4 years to find his successor. The 14th Dalai Lama, the current one, now he's 85 years old, he's ailing. It is a job of the high lamas of Buddhism to find his successor, but China wants to do that job. China wants to control that process to nominate the next Dalai Lama. It wants to appoint a pliant Dalai Lama. Now the Americans have said the Buddhist people of Tibet should be able to decide who the next Dalai Lama should be. So that's one part of the conflict. Who decides who will be the Dalai Lama? The second part of it is history. It starts in 1950. That's when China annexed Tibet. For the last 70 years, Beijing has been trying to impose itself on Tibet. It has hammered the land's unique identity, interfered with Tibetan Buddhism, attacked monasteries, pushed propaganda, and sent Han Chinese into the region. But controlling Tibet is not easy for China. Legitimizing its claim on Tibet, even less. They have no moral authority. The Dalai Lama and the Tibetan government have been in exile for years now. They are in India. When China took control of Tibet, the Dalai Lama fled to India with some 1,000 followers. This was in the year 1959. The Dalai Lama crossed the Himalayas on foot. Today, Dharamshala houses the Tibetan government in exile. It is located in the Indian state of Himachal Pradesh. Dharamshala is also the Dalai Lama's home. China does not recognize his authority. What does the Dalai Lama say? Well, not very much. He's not formally discussed reincarnation. All that he said is that the next Dalai Lama may be born in a free country and may be a female. Traditionally, the Dalai Lama picks his own successor. He tells his aides before his death where to look for a child who will be his reincarnation. The Dalai Lama's official website reads, and I'm quoting, "The person who reincarnates has sole legitimate authority over where and how he or she takes birth." But this time, the succession may not be so simple. For all you know, the world may end up with 2 Dalai Lamas, one picked by China, another by Dharamshala. China views the Dalai Lama as a separatist, someone who has been working to split Tibet from China. For Beijing, Tibet is a war trophy. It has poured in billions of dollars into this region, shattered the traditional Tibetan monastic order with the weight of Chinese factories. China's hold on Tibet can only be tightened if it gets to pick the next Dalai Lama, one who would be Tibetan by blood but Chinese by spirit. A Dalai Lama whose loyalties would lie with Beijing, who would comply with Chinese laws and regulations. Let me read out a tweet from Chinese spokesperson Zhao Lijian. This is what he said in 2019. "Reincarnation of living Buddhas, including the Dalai Lama, must comply with Chinese laws and regulations, follow religious rituals and historical conventions." Beijing has called Buddhism an ancient Chinese religion. Tibetans have been jailed for hanging photos of the Dalai Lama on their walls. In 1995, China detained a 6-year-old Tibetan boy who was recognized as the reincarnation of the Panchen Lama. The boy has not been seen since. Beijing went on to name his replacement, and now it wants to do the very same with the Dalai Lama. The spiritual leader is well aware of all these plans. This is what the Dalai Lama said in 2011, and I'm quoting again. "One thing I want to make clear, as far as my own rebirth is concerned, the final authority is myself, no one else, and obviously not Chinese communists." Then in 2019, the Dalai Lama told Reuters, the news agency, and I'm quoting again, "In future, In case you see two Dalai Lamas come, one from a free country and one chosen by the Chinese, then nobody will trust, nobody will respect the one chosen by China. So that's an additional problem for the Chinese. He's made it amply clear. 1 year on, China's problems are only piling up. The American legislation definitely comes in the way of Beijing's plans. What about India? India, after all, is home to the Dalai Lama. What is India's Tibet card? Where does it stand in this new game? Officially, India still recognizes the one China policy. Delhi has not commented on America's new bill. But Delhi's position tends to reflect itself in more subtle ways. It is not given to such statements, like Indian leaders wishing the Dalai Lama on his birthday, or India using special forces made up of Tibetan exiles to occupy strategic heights in Ladakh. What better way to rub it in China's face? The weeks and months ahead, though, will be crucial. Will India play its Tibet card more openly? Will other countries call out China in Tibet and stand up for the rights of 6 million Buddhists still living in Tibet? China had hoped to silence the world by nominating the next Dalai Lama. It may not be so easy now. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.